Welcome, everybody. It's another exciting edition of the Sports Hole. I'm your host, Luke. With me, as always, XFL Jim, Rock and Roll Matty Goldberg, coming to you live for this special Super Bowl edition. What's going on, dudes? How was your game? How was your big game?
I thoroughly enjoyed myself. We split pizza, we had wings, we had fried mushrooms, we had jalapeno poppers.
Who were you with? Where were you?
It was my dad and his buds at my dad's shop. It was a good time.
Nice. What kind of pizza did you get? Little Papa John's?
Little Pizza Hut.
Oh, boy.
Maddie's shaming you right now. I can feel it.
You never had Pizza Hut salad. I can see that in your eyes.
I used to go to Pizza Hut when I was
I don't think Maddie's ever had a
12.
salad. I couldn't.
No, I started eating salads, but
Oh, look at you.
Pizza Hut salad, underrated.
I used to love the all-you-can-eat buffet when I was
yeah, they've gotten the one in my hometown's like a sports bar now.
Yeah, I like the old school, like with the chandeliers and
Yep.
Do you ever subscribe to that Twitter account, Broken Pizza Hut?
Yeah, it's cool, man.
It would just show these old Pizza Huts.
So cool.
There might be two different ones like that. There was a
subreddit, and it might be a Twitter account too, that just showed this used to be a Pizza Hut.
Right, yeah. Because it's a very clear shape. Yeah. So you would have
Pizza was a big
law
part of my childhood.
firms that are an old Pizza Hut, you know.
There's a Mongolian grill in a town not too far from me.
That's beautiful. Do you have Mongolians in Nebraska?
No, but there is Mongolian grill.
Okay.
Well, you had a good time watching the game, though.
I had a great time.
I watched it by myself. I made some steak.
Shocker.
And made some bets.
I'll say my one issue with the viewing experience is these guys are all in like their 60s and mid to 60s. They did not watch the halftime show, so I got treated to the Turning Point USA halftime show.
Oh, they actually it's funny because it's one thing.
They changed it.
You have to make an effort to go watch.
Yeah, no, I had to help my dad.
How was the Kid Rock one? I was gonna watch it today. I was gonna watch it today just to see what it was all about, but I didn't watch it. Was it good?
Oh my God, it was.
So they had 4 artists, I believe, in total. Each artist got like 2 songs.
Oh, so it wasn't him.
No, he was the last one to go. It wasn't
just him.
Yeah, and I don't think his shit even started until the kickoff for the second half or something. Like it went a long time.
You mean it went over?
He was on his second song partway through when the kickoff for the second half.
Right. Yeah.
Retarded.
And his first song was bomb to bang to bang.
Yeah.
It was the most obvious lip syncing you could ever imagine.
And he's so old, it's like a 30-year-old song.
No, he looks like Ernest now.
Ernest from Ernest Scared Stupid?
Yeah. And Ernest Goes to Jail.
Hair?
Yeah. He's weird. He just kind of his face morphed into
watched
Jim
half
Varney.
of Bad Bunny today.
What, Jim?
I said he kind of looked like a hot dog.
I wanted to see what Bad Bunny was all about. And it's a cool concept. It's cool looking. I'm not really a huge fan of the music because it's not my genre, but I don't understand why people get so upset either way.
Obviously, I don't understand any of the lyrics. I like the vibes of the show.
I mean, it's like a story he's trying to tell, and I get it. And I get it's great marketing, but I don't know why anybody would get physically mad about it, you know?
Well,
it's a halftime show.
No, dude, it was I didn't understand a fucking thing he said. I didn't understand a fucking thing Kendrick Lamar said, but both were visually entertaining, you know?
I don't understand. I used to like death metal. I don't understand what those guys are saying, but I like the music.
Nobody does. It sounds like Cookie Monster growling all the time.
Well, I will say this is that you know, if I could choose Super Bowl halftime, why does everybody think they deserve their favorite band or their favorite genre? I understand what music I like is not very popular, and I understand why would this NFL have what I like. I mean, that's what people don't understand. They think
oh, sorry, man.
No, it's just so silly.
The way I always view it is the Super Bowl halftime show is not for people like you, not for people like me, because you're going to watch anyway. The halftime show is for the people that don't like football.
Exactly. And he's the biggest artist in the world. You're not gonna have the biggest artist in the world
Yeah, I mean
They're,
do
they're
his
they're
trying to
they're
thing.
trying to go
expand the
more
game.
international.
If they're
Yeah, it
trying to expand the
does.
game, this makes total sense. We also
Of
have a
course.
huge Latin population in the U.S. The
And they're
big
having
stink was
games in
because he's
Brazil.
anti-ice, right?
Yeah.
So then I'm watching the Kid Rock thing too, and I watched some of it last night because a few of
Yeah.
us were curious and we were kind of cracking
Shits and
up. And
giggles.
then
Yeah.
I watched some more of it today, and he's doing like this sermon, like you need to dust off that book in your house there, and
Oh
like
boy.
all of a sudden, Kid Rock, who, if you've ever seen his sex tape with Scott Stapp from Creed, that was the worst part. Not even making the sex tape, but involving someone from Creed in it. Like this guy is now a preacher. He goes from like hip hop guy to new metal guy to country guy to now gospel guy. But it's also like what a bunch of fucking babies. It's like you can listen to your music any fucking time. It's
And
streaming,
like
you
I
know?
took a walk. When halftime was
Yeah,
happened, I took a walk. Like it's a good time to go
that's
to the
positive.
bathroom, make some more food. It's not like you deserve what you want because you deserve whatever.
Now,
It's a business decision.
Here's my perfect halftime show.
Yeah.
It's a quick 2 minute song. Just get Ween out there for like one song, just one song, and
Yeah.
then have a quick micro wrestling match.
Well, the thing
well,
about
they did that one year with the Rock and Mankind.
see, it's like, oh, I love my
It was
favorite bands,
awesome.
but I also understand my favorite bands aren't popular. It would only benefit me.
No, I don't need
Why
a
did
popular. I just want some. Get a local band. Get a band
Sure.
no one's heard of to do one
Seven
song.
Mary Three, like
They
Yeah.
get one song, and then you just get like some random like entertainer to do a show that's
it's
local.
I mean, we as a country, we sit and we fight about Bad Bunny playing at the Super Bowl.
it's
This is what we're gonna
insane.
waste our time with,
Insanity.
and that we need Kid Rock to do an alternative thing. It's like you can go on YouTube, you can watch anything you want to watch nowadays. There's hundreds of concerts of all my favorite bands I can watch at any time. It's we make such a big deal about such stupid things that are obviously for economic reasons and for business reasons. Everything is still a business. It's not economically viable to have Kid Rock, who's 30 years past his prime, do a Super Bowl halftime show. It makes no
What if
sense.
like okay, what if next Sunday we go, oh, you tired of that boring church songs? Tune in at 11 a.m. to our
Yeah.
death metal and guar church service show. Like
That would be
it's the
sin.
same concept. It's like, but it's
We
like if you
get
ever
so mad because we have so much extra time to piss and moan about this was not catered to us or that. And
yeah,
I tried to watch Bad Bunny. I didn't really. I'm like, I forgot about it a minute after I heard it. I mean, it's disposable to me. To some people, it means the
sure.
world, and that's great, but it doesn't register to me. But I'm not gonna. I didn't think one way or the other of him doing it. I thought about my bets and I thought about enjoying the sport of football, which I love.
In Spanish, all of his songs are about sports gambling, Maddie.
Yeah.
Got to learn
I had a
Spanish.
crazy day
It's all about
yesterday.
sports gambling in the WWE.
Yes, that's all they're
Yeah.
about, and specifically Attitude Era WWE.
Well, the girls were
What else happened on your day, Maddie?
I had a friend who's a compulsive gambler who kept having me send I kept sending him money all day. I'm not gonna say how many. Luckily he paid me back today. He had to sell some
What's
stocks.
his full legal name?
Not gonna dox anybody.
What's
All
his
right,
alias?
this could be the wake up call he needs.
I also got a message from a fan of Sports Hall last week,
All right,
loyal listener, who talked about his marijuana addiction to me.
what's his full Christian name?
I'm not gonna give that away
Oh, I
yet.
want to give him a shout out.
But I told him if he wants to quit, I'm your guy.
Oh, by the way, if you
Yeah.
tell him to wait till after the Winter Olympics, I've decided this is the best stoner sports you can possibly have.
Probably there's
They're
snowboarding
just
and
gliding over the snow and the ice. It's
yeah.
just a gorgeous looking thing.
Beautiful.
So
But
relaxing. All
so
right.
I
Well, we
kept
did.
lending this dude money, and then I broke my glasses. But I crushed my bets. I
What did
mean,
you?
I hit Kenneth Walker MVP at 9-1. That's
Wow.
insane. I
Wow.
hit the Seahawks first half. I hit a lot of touchdown bets. Seahawks defensive touchdown at halftime. I bet you if you bet on touchdowns, you get better odds. So I bet on Mac Hollins and Barner, and they both hit touchdowns. I
Jesus.
had a Mac Hollins 3 catches, 40 yards. So it was great to see the meter keep going. And then the Kenneth
Oh boy,
Walker was the
Maddie.
cherry on top. I just had a weird feeling he was gonna have a big game. He's a good player and he's underrated. And I felt like Darnold's good, but I didn't know if Darnold, was gonna if the Seahawks were gonna win, they were gonna need to run the ball really well. And
I think if a couple of those like throws that got batted down turned into touchdowns, it would have been
oh yeah,
gone.
it could have changed easily. And the defense was okay. That could have been the whole defense. The defense was incredible. Uh the punter was incredible. The kicker
Oh
was
my
great.
God, the
And the
punter was so
Patriots
good.
finally, they were due for a loss. They kind of had this lucky path. I think all of America is really lucky Jarrett Stidham didn't make the Super Bowl because it would have gotten ugly. Like I couldn't imagine Jarrett Stidham playing against as bad as people like, oh, the Super Bowl was boring. If Jarrett Stidham played against the Seahawks, holy shit. Because their D was great. And I felt with Drake May, he's going to be good. He'll be fine. But he looked like he was like an algebra student that got like a calculus exam.
Yeah, it looked like that Pats Rams game a few years ago.
Yeah. Like Jared Goff.
Goff, poor Goff going
Yeah,
against
it was just
Belichick.
overmatched and it was like wasn't picking up what the defense was doing, the different concepts, the blitzes. I mean, the Seahawks were blitzing all over the place,
It was
and the
like it
Mays
was like
were
weird,
rattled.
like interesting blitzes too. I thought
Very
the first
interesting.
half was. I was so locked into the first half where people are calling
Yeah,
it boring as hell. The defensive showcase of both teams in the first half was
we're
amazing.
great. Yeah, yeah. Well, people in it's weird in baseball they like pitching, and in football they like scoring. And it almost got to like the fourth quarter where there was no touchdowns, and I'm like, as a country, we need touchdowns. Like we need to heal. What touchdowns can heal us. So we did get some touchdowns, but
Wait, so
it was I love football, so I'm not gonna say it was a boring game. Like I thought that the Patriots Broncos was a good game, and that was pretty, what it
The
was
issue
what it
with this one, I
was.
feel like it was kind of like a low scoring blowout.
Yeah. You never felt like the Seahawks were in danger. Even when it got to 19-7, you still kind of felt like the Seahawks were in
well, then
control of
he
the
threw
game.
that interception, so like that momentum really
Yeah.
stopped.
Yeah, that was a bad pass. And like, look, he's a young guy. He definitely probably never saw some of the complex looks and blitzes. It rattled him. He was hurt. And the Patriots, they were 1-2. So they've lost one game in 16 weeks and they were due for a bad game. And, their defense is still very solid and they'll be back. And I don't think they can have Stephon Diggs anymore. He just seems like
I
crazy.
think he went through the whole game without assaulting anyone, so that was a
Well, they were
positive.
assaulting him. They were taking some shots with him, but I think he had a meltdown after the game. And I just think like, he was great this season for him and he was great, but I think a guy like him is it's hard. The one good thing about JSN is he's like the least diva big time wide receiver I've ever seen. He
For
says all the
now,
right things, and you got to give Sam Darnold credit. And the Vikings got to be kicking themselves. They just were
Finally,
like, yeah.
like especially after the way he played in the NFC Championship game.
He didn't have one turnover in the whole playoffs. Like that's almost insane. It's
I'm gonna.
it's it's
I got a controversial take on all this.
yeah.
I'll say if he doesn't have that defense, though, who knows? I think Darnold
True.
at least has proven he can keep it together when
Yes.
he doesn't have the pressure on him. Um, but when he does have the pressure on him, he kind of can unravel. So
Yes, but
I'll
he
give him
did.
all
I
the
thought he
props
said the
for getting through
NFC
this. I
Championship
love
game
the
against
guy.
the
This
Rams.
is one of my
He's
favorites.
not
This is
Josh Allen. He's not
easily
Matt
my
Stafford.
favorite story of the NFL season.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'll say, even if he would have stayed with Minnesota, they would have won a few more games, but they don't have that lockdown defense that
No, and they have a
Seattle
good
has.
defense. And
No.
he isn't Josh Allen. He isn't Matt Stafford. I mean, Matt Stafford was incredible. Think about what Matt Stafford did against the Seahawk defense. Like
The
this
only
was a
one.
great defense, and he fucking he knew how to beat them. I mean, it wasn't his fault that they lost. He fucking balled out. You know, it's just, what I was thinking is like the wild thing about the Super Bowl, it came down to one stupid 2-point conversion.
Yeah.
If the Seahawks don't get that 2-point conversion, they got to play 3 games on the road. They got to play the Rams on the road, and you never know what will happen. And it came down to like a block punt or a 2-point conversion. And the other thing about the Seahawks that people don't talk about is everybody was like, how can they let Geno Smith go? How can they let DK Metcalf go? Those were addition by subtraction. Like the guy who runs the team knew that those guys weren't guys that were going to take you all the way. You saw what Metcalf did in Pittsburgh when he had his meltdown. Geno Smith had a horrible year. And I don't think they liked McDonald, the coach, and that helped. I'll say this about McDonald: he's a genius, but he has no charisma. Most coaches have charisma, like all of them do. Like Signetti, he's like a nerd, but he knows what he's doing. He knows how to ham it up. Like, have you ever seen a guy with less charisma as a head coach?
Well, he never played college football.
That doesn't mean anything. Neither did Bill Belichick.
I don't know. I think he doesn't have that
I
charisma,
thought
but
he
he's got
played
that
football.
presence. Like he's jacked and he
Yeah,
looks tough.
yeah.
And
He could
he's
have been
just
like some
cool. He just
finance
looks
guy.
like he's just better than people. Like I don't know.
Yeah, sure, but like Belichick even has charisma. Like Belichick and is saying nothing. There is a calculated charisma. This guy doesn't really have any of that. It's very odd to see. Just what I observed. Maybe
And it's
somebody
weird.
might.
His wife too. They showed his wife, and his
Yeah,
wife looks like a blonde version of him.
I know, I
It's like it
know.
could
They're
be his
almost like
blonde
fake people.
sister.
It's like average white guy, what an average white guy would look like and talk. It's like Mike, is that his name Mike McDonald?
Yeah.
Yep.
And now we'll see what the Vinter guy does because he's like same story, learned from the Harbaughs, defensive coordinator at Michigan. McDonald had a lot of success in Michigan, Ravens, and now it's like the new coaching trend. It used to be like Sean McVay's guys. Now we're gonna take him for the Harbaughs.
I was gonna say, Luke, are you, in hindsight, did Michigan promote the wrong Harbaugh assistant?
Yeah, completely. I mean, that's what Jim was real smart with this too, because he gets to sort of, he was pushing for Sharon Moore, right?
Yeah.
He and then he took Jesse Minter. So he looks good because he's promoting the first African American coach at Michigan, right?
Hmm.
And then he's just sort of low key taking Jesse Minter with him, like who's a stud. He was fantastic.
I'll be right back. I'm
So
just gonna pee.
so Harbaugh like somehow took everything we needed, and then some like was still a great guy. Of course, we won the net championship, so we don't give a fuck. But you know, kind of funny how that ended up playing out. And then Jesse Minter came and took one of our defensive line coaches today too. So like,
For
what's that?
sort of like circling back to your Sam Darnold stuff, though, I feel like his legacy's fine with the NFC Championship game where he balled out of control.
Yeah, and I think it was just like because he had it going on. I just like it's more like those games where he gets into trouble early and the team gets behind and stuff. Like that's when I feel like he can sort of lose it a little bit. But man, I mean, he just did nothing but great work in the postseason. So it's
First
like
quarterback
I'm
from
happy
that
for
class
him
to
though. I was
win
always such a
Super Bowl.
fan in high school. I mean, in college. So
Apparently, yeah, the USC guys love him.
yeah, he's a cool
They
guy,
just
and
don't
his
love him.
grandfather was the Marlboro Man. So
Not just like
Yes.
an Olympic athlete too.
All the
oh, was
players
he?
love him too. All the
Yeah,
players
so
love
like I
Darnold.
looked up I looked up his grandpa. So he like ran track at USC, I believe.
Wow. Yeah.
So like back in the
Then
day
he did,
though, like a Marlboro Man was like a male model, like
no, he
that
was
was
the Marlboro Man.
no, I know, but it's like you become the Marlboro Man as like the hottest male model at the time because cigarettes were a lot more mainstream, and so they're like, we're gonna hire this sexy, rugged cowboy looking dude.
That played
There's many
volleyball in
Marlboro
the
men.
Olympics.
There's not just one.
He was a volleyball player at USC.
That's wild.
That is
But there are
He
many
was
Marlboro
also
men.
he was also
It's
a firefighter in Long Beach.
that's just cool. That's such a SoCal thing to
You guys,
yeah.
do.
you guys know his name, right?
What?
No.
No. What is it?
Is Dick Hammer.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I do remember that. Yeah.
You love that kid, don't you?
Died at 69 of lung cancer.
I
While
just got
doing
a
a
thing.
69.
Have you seen this? Breaking news. There was a huge brawl in the NBA tonight
No.
with your Pistons and the Hornets. So
Oh.
if you see video,
Oh, did Ben Wallace get in on that?
maybe it could be the Malice in the Palace too, but I just saw
Yeah, they
let me
were.
see if
I
I
know
can
they were beating up the Hornets on the court, and
let me
they're
see if
still
I can
up.
find it on YouTube. But I had a great night watching it. Like it's sad that football's over, but I also am like, okay, I need a little break. Um,
I had a
and
really good
then
time.
and then in a month I'll miss it.
Well, in a month, Maddie, football will be back.
That is true. I forgot.
I'm watching that fight right now. It
Is
looked
it
like
lightweight compared to?
there was some pit punches thrown. Like
I'm watching it right now.
I think it's Michael Bridges threw a
Yeah,
punch at Jalen Duren, which I would not do, but he was also being like held back. So, and then Isaiah
yeah.
Stewart, who's just I think fought 25 people this season, ran off the
There's no
bench,
no
and
turtle
nobody landed clean shots. There was no
and
turtle from
no
Entourage
turtle
running onto
guy
the court getting decked by a 7-footer.
like Turtle. Remember the guy that looked like
Yeah, no, he
Turtle?
looked just like Turtle running
That
out.
was the best.
Just got walloped by Jermaine O'Neal, like
I know.
blindsided too. It was fucking
Wait, this is
hilarious.
nothing. I haven't seen this was this makes oh okay, it's getting a little bad here.
Psh.
Getting
Dude, there
intense.
used to the 90s used to have like the Knicks and the Heat used to have insane brawls when I was a kid. When I was in high school. That was the one where Van Gundy was on the floor
Oh,
like
being dragged. Yeah.
yeah.
So, I guess one question I have is like, I don't quite know how to feel about the Patriots going forward. Obviously, they're a good team. They made it all the way
Yeah.
to the Super Bowl, but I'm looking at them and I'm looking at, the changes that have been made and some of the adversity they're going to have next year. And I'm like, I could easily see them not making the Super Bowl for a while again.
No,
You know?
I think they peaked too fast. And they just caught this weird season where in the playoffs, everything that could go their way went their way. And so therefore, where there might be a year or two away, what happens too is when you get there and you get demoralized, sometimes you never get back because you lose your confidence.
Yeah.
Like we probably thought Jared Goff would get back, and he never got back. And
Right.
so it's going to be tough for May because as I was watching him last night, I felt for him because I'm like, he's a good kid.
Yeah.
And
Very
you know
likable.
that all of America is watching you just suck. Whether it's fair, whether he's hurt, whether he's a 2-year guy, whether he's way ahead of the curve and this is not fair to judge him. America's still judging him and they're all thinking this guy sucks. And it's rough, man. So it's
Yeah,
hard to
especially
get
some of those
back.
passes he threw, and then the fumble interception thing
Yeah.
that happened.
I mean, they just caught this weird year where everything went right. They played the Chargers where they had no offensive line and they were all beat up.
Yeah,
They played the Texans where CJ Stroud has absolutely regressed. And basically, all he had to do is not turn the ball over and they win that game because they had a sick defense as well.
Hmm.
And then they got Jarrett Stidham. And again, America's so lucky that we didn't see Jarrett Stidham in the Super Bowl because the Patriots only beat him by a field goal. That game could have gone the other way, and we would have had Jarrett Stidham versus the Seahawks defense,
Yeah.
and that would have been bad.
So it also, I found out that the Patriots did not play a top 10 defense in the regular season at all.
No, they had an easy schedule.
Yeah, they
Next
did.
year, their schedule is so hard.
Yeah, when you have the best record in the league, that's what
Yeah,
happens.
they got to play the NFC Central, so they got to play the Bears, the Lions, the Vikings, the Packers. They got to play the, I think it was the Broncos, the Bills twice. I mean, their schedule is a schedule of hell. So the Steelers,
Yeah.
so the Jaguars, like they're gonna have a very, they can rebound because Vrabel's a great coach, but it's gonna be a much different path next year. I mean, they were a good team. They overachieved. Vrabel's a hell of a coach. They got there, but sometimes like you don't want to blow your shot when you get there because you got there too fast. You kind of want to like be ready to get there because but I also felt like this before the game. It's like they only got to do is win one game. Like you got there, you just got to figure it
Yeah.
out. But
Anything can happen. Yeah.
they're in trouble next year. Their schedule is so fucking hard.
Yes.
Obviously, I don't think they bounce right back. Maybe a similar situation to like what you saw with the Commanders, but I don't. I trust Vrabel and then I trust them to make some moves and maybe have a better put together team.
Yeah,
And the defense is still really. They still have a Super Bowl caliber defense.
I think they could use another tight end, another wide receiver,
some offensive line.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was the other thing. Campbell had one of the worst games you'll ever see. And he was just getting
wouldn't even talk to reporters afterwards.
Like he was getting the shit pushed in. I've never seen a guy get beat up so bad. And they're also saying they got to move him to guard or center. But I don't know if he can play in this league. Like he got beat so bad so many times.
I mean, maybe if he's more interior,
that's what they're gonna do.
Well, yeah, the drastic like because his arms are so much shorter than the defensive tackles. That's the big
he just looks like he's lighter.
Like it doesn't work as a tackle because you need those big ass arms.
I mean, the biggest thing is your blind side, and do you want that guy protecting your blind side? Like once you know he's getting his shit pushed in, I would be terrified as a quarterback because those blitzes were coming from all places. But
other fun fact: the Seahawks didn't turn the ball over in any game in the postseason.
And that's what makes Darnold great. Yeah. Again, he's not going to do Josh Allen stuff, Patrick Mahomes stuff, but he protected the ball. And you know what? He balled out against the Rams.
Yeah.
When he had to really ball out, he didn't have to ball out against the 49ers. He didn't really have to ball out against the Patriots, but he did have to against the Rams, and he never turned it over. So good for him. He's a good guy. Everybody loves him.
We also got a Super Bowl record for field goals made.
Yeah.
How many?
He made 5.
Wow.
He could have been MVP too, and that scared me.
It was close.
I think if one of those field goals would have been like from 60 yards, you would have had a legit shot.
It's like 9-1 bet. That's kind of not.
Maddie, how much did you make overall?
I made about $350.
Nice.
Yeah. And I lent somebody $1,700, but they did pay me back in full. Thank God. But I thought about it last night.
That is not being a friend, Maddie. Don't allow someone to fucking go on tilt.
I was like, maybe I'm being a bad friend.
Yes, they're on tilt. You know the signs.
Yeah, I just felt like I knew he was going to pay me back, and he was just.
That's not the point. The point is now he's out $1,700. He had to sell stocks. Jesus.
Well, I'm never going to do it again. I'm going to tell him I can't do it ever again.
Attaboy, Matty. Stick to your guns.
I feel horrible. I also was like, maybe he won't pay me. I don't want to talk about it.
Well, wait a minute. Maybe if he wants to get on the sports hole and talk about his crippling addiction, that could be a good
I'll ask him
exchange.
If he goes anonymous.
Yeah.
I'll tell you more about him too. You ready for this? So he calls me Saturday night because he's a good looking guy, but he's a mess. He met in a club, a married woman's who was rekindling with a divorced
Oh,
her
I know who this
husband.
is now.
And so she he was like he called me, he's like, she's snoring in my room. And he couldn't get her out. And her husband was calling like every second. I'm like, bro, just I'm not picking up. Like, I don't want to hear this. I can't deal with this. I got my own shit to deal with. I'll take another 24. He's living like the uncut gems life.
Yeah, that didn't end well.
No. I mean, it's
Oh,
getting there.
this loss
And then
also.
I said, I'll lend you the money, but we're gonna talk about addiction. He's like, I don't want to fucking hear about it.
Yeah,
Uh,
boy. Oh,
this 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 loss makes the Patriots the all-time losingest Super Bowl team.
what
Yeah,
is that? It's
sorry
four
about that.
losses now? How many?
They're 6-6.
6-6. 12 Super
They're
Bowls.
500 in the Super Bowl.
Wow. That was my first Super Bowl memory was them getting wiped up by the Bears. 85.
And they have lost in every time zone in America.
Well, congrats. My Lions have neither won nor lost in any time zone in
And
America.
also the weirdest one that I saw was that the Patriots have lost every Super Bowl that they've ever won the coin toss in.
Interesting. Guess they'll try harder to lose the coin toss next time.
All right.
So I was at the game and I always go to this party every year and usually they have the big screen TV and then they have like a screen in the kitchen. That's I usually sit in the kitchen by myself. Then I'm right next to the food and I just watch kind of and then people pump, go in and out. This year he put the TV outside. So that was like everybody wanted to be in. So I was like inside of the main big TV and I'm watching. And then my wife and her friends come in that living room and they start talking about like hormone replacement therapy and shit while I'm like trying to focus on the game. And it was kind of a nightmare, to be honest, because I had nowhere else to go. Because the other TV where kids were running around and yelling.
Was this at your
Yeah,
place?
No, this was my buddies in Sherman Oaks.
that's
Oh, you were in LA.
Yeah, I was out there.
You
We
could
go
have
out there
come
every
here.
year.
You
If you
could
didn't
have
have
come over.
agoraphobia, Maddie, I'd totally invite you.
No, but you
that's
could have come here.
exactly
What's that?
You could have come over.
Well, yeah, I think yeah, but it was
You
just
just wanted to be a good husband. I get it.
well, we stayed there, and yeah, no, I kind of gotta watch it when it with him
I
there.
would have
So,
lent you money.
that that's just like one of my dad's buddies who came in like during the like I think he came in during the second quarter
yeah,
Yeah.
and he like the TV's in front of all of us. We're sitting around like a big table watching the game. He sits right in front of the right at the edge of the table, turned away from the TV, and is just talking at us the whole time.
Yeah.
And everyone just wants to be
Yeah.
like, just shut up.
The
Just
first
stop.
year I moved to LA, my older sister had a little party with my younger sister, and all these Hollywood people were there. And it was the Saints and the Colts. And I'll never forget, there was a fourth and goal. And you're like, holy shit, fourth and goal, here we go. And these motherfuckers were like, yeah, so you think this script will be optioned?
oh
And
my God,
I'm like, are you fucking
oh my
kidding me? What
fucking
is going
God,
on here? I never experienced anything like that.
yeah, that's funny because I go to this party and I'm usually pretty much the only like football fan there that
Yeah.
kind of follows it
I
anywhat
mean,
close.
people legitimately have the Super Bowl on in America because it's like a tradition
It's a
and
cultural event.
they don't know the teams, and then they kind of hear the stories and they're like, oh, Sam Darnold, oh, Drake Mays only had sex with one woman and they met when they were in the sixth grade. That's so cute.
Is that
Like, what a
true?
beautiful thing. I'm rooting for him and his
Ugh,
wife
I'm
Banks, and
not
it's so
rooting for him.
but it's so you get that and then the commercials and then the Bad Bunny is big and then I see like these comments are like Bad Bunny did a concert and then there was a football game there. I do want to say this. I'm gonna toot my horn about Green Day. I started getting into Green Day in like 1991. I'm one of those assholes that was listening to them like 3 years before they broke it. And I remember I was like, I told my dad, I'm like, this band is going to be huge. But they were playing like, little punk clubs.
Wait, did they have an
This,
album before Longview?
They had two, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And they're both very good. I
Were
think
they as
they've gotten
poppy as
worse.
that one?
They're just like that.
Okay, yeah.
But I was like, this is a really good band, and they're gonna be huge. And I'm like, they're playing the fucking Super Bowl, hanging with Tom Brady and Joe Montana. This is insane.
Yeah, I know
I'm
it's
that
funny. Also,
asshole.
they do a lot of political stuff, but they just kept their
Yes.
mouth shut.
Well, I'm sure they were told
Yeah,
like,
you can't. It's on delay. They'll get rid of it. They'll scrub you. You know.
and they were probably told like, look, I know you want to say something. I know you want to do this. Don't fucking do it. Just like don't make it about you or whatever. And I like that because it's like, look, we all know the country's fucked, but we want to just enjoy it. We're watching the game to forget about our bullshit.
He should have
And with
said,
the money,
due to what's going on in this country, I'm afraid to sing in my fake British accent, so
Yeah.
I'm going to be singing in my normal American accent this
And I'm sure Bad Bunny wanted to say something. I remember one year when, like, Lady Gaga, as the first year Trump was in, everybody was like, is she going to say something? And she didn't, but everybody was like, she probably will.
It's
But
worthless because it's
yeah,
delayed. They will
yeah.
just bleep you out or cut away, whatever. They don't
I
care.
think I think it was also funny that I saw, I don't know if this is real or not, but Steve Young put up a picture with all the Super Bowl MVPs that were there,
Oh
and
yeah?
Jalen Hurts was in the picture,
Oh
and he
cool.
cropped him out of the picture.
What? Why?
I don't know, because it was like it's literally like Emmitt Smith, Lynn Swann, Tom Brady, Montana, Young, Jerry Rice, and Jalen
Oh
Hurts. And if
yeah,
you're
I guess it just kind of doesn't fit, you know. I get it.
and then I want to talk about Saturday, how I'm gonna sound like a degenerate. North Carolina down by 12 and a half. Put a little dough on that money line, 7-1, buzzer beater. Duke, North Carolina, one of the great sports rivalries, right up there with Nebraska versus Colorado and ice hockey.
Matt, you had a great weekend.
I really
baseball
did.
game.
You know, but you're not as much of a degenerate as the people who were punching Duke's coaching staff when they stormed the courts.
Yeah,
I
Did you
so
hear that?
I
yeah.
heard it. I watched that back. I didn't see anyone punch anybody.
I
You
saw a
think he's
bottle
just
being
making
Bottle
shit
thrown.
thrown?
up?
Yeah.
Oh, that's bad. If they can't find it and he's saying that shit, that is bad.
I'll tell you
I don't think
this.
any punches were thrown. I think there was like some bottles were thrown from the stands,
Mm.
but that's all I
My
saw.
my brother-in-law is from North Carolina, so he got his son. He went to UNC. So his son is a big sports fan. My nephew, he's 8. They're watching the game. They're wearing matching North Carolina shirts. It was a very beautiful father-son bonding thing. I'm sure it's like what Luke felt like watching the Blue with his father.
Yeah.
It's what I felt like watching the Red Sox with my dad. Jim watching Nebraska women's volleyball with his dad. Uh,
Fact.
and my friend just had a baby, a girl, and I was telling him, I'm like, it was a very beautiful moment. And I'm like, too bad you'll never experience that. But
Wait, you said that to
nowadays
who? Or
my
yourself? Or what?
friend, he just had a daughter.
And he said that to you?
No, I said that to him.
Oh.
I was just trying to be silly. I was
Oh,
just
oh,
like,
because there's a daughter. Gotcha. Okay.
yeah.
Funny.
But sports is really beautiful. Like father, son, like it goes back to the movie Field of Dreams, like, that sometimes the only thing you have in common with your dad is baseball and you can I used to fight with my dad a lot, but we could always watch a game and it was cool to see that with my nephew. Like he was so into it and it was exciting and it was cool.
Well, now
Just a
Jim has the
little
tradition of watching Kid Rock at halftime with
yeah,
his
with
dad.
his dad.
And you can
And his
pass that
dad's
on
Honestly, like
to
friends
Kid Rock music
XFL Jim
videos.
Jr. too.
eating Pizza Hut. What if they brought like real Italian pizza, not from America?
Maddie,
Like
where am I going to
Nepalese
get real
style?
Italian pizza in my small ass town? I could get
That
a
is
frozen
true.
pizza if you want.
Oh,
You
Maddie,
could-
FYI, my buddy makes where at the game where I go watch, he makes his own pizzas there.
Well, the food must have been delicious,
Yeah, the
right?
food's great. Then they were making like Korean barbecue wings that were, oh my God, it was so good, dude. And then he
Yeah, I
also makes
made
his
shrimp and
buffalo chicken
steak.
dip that is always the star too.
Yeah. Well, that's like, Super Bowls are like a really cool part of America, and I didn't really focus on the commercials. I don't know if there's one that was like a big. Usually, there's one that's a big winner. Um, I don't know. I didn't remember any. I guess there's a few movies that look pretty cool coming out.
I didn't remember any of the previews. The
There was
commercials all
one
looked a
like an
little too
alien movie
try-hardy
with,
for me. Like I didn't find it like that.
yeah,
It's like the tradition now is to have Ben Affleck do a cringy commercial every
yeah,
year.
like where they're working Dunkin' Donuts or something. Like that's the old joke.
It's brutal, man. And I want to
Yeah,
root for that guy, but I can't
sure.
when he's doing shit like that.
But it's a long wait till September, man.
Wake me
August.
up
Not a
when
long wait until March, baby.
That is true.
yeah, March is
Spring
it.
football. And March
Okay,
Madness.
guys, so
I love March Madness.
we got to put a
Like I hope the
bow.
ratings were really
Hold
good. I
on,
really
hold
think
on.
this is the weekend to start the season. I think they really dropped the ball by not starting the season this weekend.
Oh, I agree with you, Maddie. They couldn't do it this year just because like they just had like the rosters finalized a week or two ago, and
Yeah.
they're in training camp.
Also,
So
it's Valentine's Day.
maybe next year. Maybe
It's
next year.
Valentine's Day. I'm sure, like, if a guy, like, you have to be a true degenerate if you have a girlfriend or a wife and you're like, well, you can take her out for Valentine's Day because she's let you watch football all weekend,
Yeah,
or
you
you're
can take
gonna
her out to the
watch,
Stallions, baby, in
yeah,
Birmingham.
you're like, no, I gotta watch first week of the UFL
I wonder they do pizza in the shape of a heart and give you free soda.
at Pizza
Wow.
Hut.
No, at the Stallions at the game. I'm just making shit up.
Okay,
All right,
they
dudes.
should. I mean, they got to figure it out, man. You got to have gimmicks.
I do want, before we move fully on here, I do want to get, if you guys have any takeaways from the whole NFL season as a whole and what you're looking forward to next year.
This season was interesting because they do a thing like where it's about the script, and they have like a back of Josh Allen and Pat Mahomes and Jared Goff and some of these bigger players. And the Super Bowl was played by two 60-1 long shots. And that was really interesting. We had a lot of new teams. I think some of the games were great. It's a shame. I think Matt Stafford deserves another ring. I think the Rams will be the favorite next year. I
I
think
looked
they're
up
gonna,
the odds. It's them and the Seahawks both at 9-1
yeah,
right now.
yeah. So I think the Rams, really blew a great opportunity because the AFC was really weak. The Patriots came too soon, and I think the Chiefs will be back, and we'll see if the great what's his face Kelsey comes back.
Did you? All right, I wouldn't say the Rams blew it. Like it was really just them and the Seahawks. It was like those two were the two top
That was
teams.
the Super Bowl. It really
Yeah,
was. When I was younger, Jim, the 49ers they play the Cowboys like four times in 4 years for the NFC Championship, and then they would just kick the shit out of the AFC team. And everybody was like, that's the Super Bowl. And the Rams Seahawks were the two best teams. And that Thursday night game, I mean, it could have gone either way. And on a crazy
Ugh,
2-point conversion, it changed the whole season probably.
it really did. It really did. That's everybody's pointing to that fucking stupid play.
And the bad special teams for the Rams.
Yes.
That also hurt them, and they couldn't get it right. And like you think about how good the Seahawks defense and Matt Stafford, like as Tom Brady's, like you have the test to the answer, like you have the test to you have the answers to the questions. He had all the answers. Like you see how good he is compared to Drake May. I mean, May will get better. As time goes on, he'll see more things, he'll learn more things. But Stafford, in my opinion, is a first ballot Hall of Famer and an ambassador of the game.
Yeah, he was MVP this year. So
Yes, they're well beyond deserved.
hmm especially with the hindsight of the playoffs.
Yeah, and it'll be fun to see if Mendoza gets drafted first. Everybody loves Clint Kubiak. He's the hot coach now.
do you think that's
Um,
fair? I mean, like he's an offensive coordinator for a defensive team.
yeah, but they had a good offensive season, and
Yeah.
they played within their realm. I mean, they don't they have JSN who had an incredible season. So you lost Metcalf. I mean, everybody was saying their offense was going to regress. They show all these people's tweets of like, oh my God, they let Geno Smith go. Oh my God, they let DK Metcalf go. So everybody got it wrong with them.
Yeah.
You know who I'm interested to see next year and see
Who's
how they
that?
progress? The Jags.
The Jags, I
Yeah.
love. I love their coach. And we'll see what Joe Brady, a new voice in Buffalo, does. I'm really excited to see what the Bills do without McDermott because I've just felt like he's had too many chances. Great college basketball game going on right now. Arizona, Kansas, 1 versus 9.
Ooh.
Yeah, but
38
those
all.
like for those now getting into college this has been an all-time college basketball
A
season in my
lot of
opinion.
overs are hitting. A
Yeah,
lot of first
especially,
half overs.
don't wait till the tournament. There are really great
Yeah.
games.
And
Uh,
Michigan can win it, man. Michigan, Arizona, Duke are probably the three teams that can pull this off.
I put Illinois in that category, and
Yeah,
Michigan
Illinois
State
is
could
very
beat them.
good. I'm not a Michigan State guy.
I don't think Michigan State could do it, but I think there's about varying levels, but they're all really close. I'd put like 8 teams that could
Yeah.
win it.
they're
Eight,
always
9 teams.
tough, They always they're always just they're well coached.
Yes.
It seems super wide open this year to me.
Yeah.
I who knows what UConn will do once they actually get to
Oh
the
yeah,
tournament.
UConn's another one.
Yeah, I
UConn can
think
do
that
it.
then they get better as the season goes typically too. So
Exactly. I think Gonzaga's getting healthy too. I wouldn't peg them to win, but like who knows
Yeah.
what they could do once they're there.
NBA has also been really fun. It's been fun to watch Cooper Flag just kind of become what everybody hoped he was going to be. And
Yeah. They're not winning yet, but
no, I mean that
it's good
roster's
they're not winning
shit.
because then they'll get another good pick.
Yeah, I think this is like their only pick they have for a couple seasons, so it's
Oh,
good that they're
okay.
tanking now.
And they got rid of the Anthony Davis already.
Yeah, I got rid of that stupid contract. So um, no, I
Is there
really
is there anyone that plays less of a season?
AD always disabled.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Kawhi
It's a
Leonard
shame because that
does.
guy is just like, when he's on,
There's
he's a
years
top
that
five
Kawhi
player.
Leonard doesn't play at all.
Oh yeah, Kawhi. But
And there's
he's too
times
busy
he
planting
will play the
trees.
there's times we'll play the whole season and we'll play the playoffs, and all of a sudden he's hurt right when the playoffs. The other thing is James Harden got traded to the Cavaliers, and if you think
Ugh.
every time he gets traded, everybody goes, "Oh, he's the missing piece."
No,
We've
no
seen this
one's
for
saying
years.
that
It
anymore,
never
dude.
works. It never
He'll
works
have
with him.
I'll give him 2 good games tops.
Yeah.
I mean,
He comes there, he has good weeks, and then the playoffs come, same story.
and he's
I'll give
also
him
a
I'll give
big
him 1 game in a
defensive
playoff.
liability too. He's not.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did you guys see this where Giannis came out the day after the trade deadline and said he was an investor in Kalshi?
And
Uh,
what?
Kalshi's like that. It's sort of like sports gambling, but they
Oh
also
yeah, I don't think
do.
you can do that,
You can
can
bet
you?
on, and I know that's what people are pissed
No,
because
because it's technically not sports gambling.
Yeah, but there is sports.
describe it for the people who
It's
don't know.
So the way
technically, yeah,
it
I'll
is
let you
sports
describe it.
gambling, but the way they get around it because they're in every state, it's just trading. You're trading probabilities or something like that,
You
and
know
you
what
can
it's
do it
like?
with anything.
It's like when you know your friend is being condescending, and you're like, I wasn't condescending. I can't use an example, but you
Right,
know when somebody's being a condescending prick,
right.
and it's sports gambling, but it's like, well, it's not technically sports gambling.
But the thing
Because
with
it's like
Giannis
it's
too is
everything.
like,
You could do stocks. You could do like
No, I
political
get it. You
action.
can,
Like
yeah.
there's a prediction of like will the United States invade Venezuela or something like that.
Will
right.
aliens come to this country and
But
kill
the
us
thing
all?
is that the prediction markets are usually good. This is where like all the presidential elections are usually I mean, not determined, but are usually predicted through these markets, not through
Yeah.
polls. Because when
It just so happens that prediction markets are like 75 to 80% sports gambling.
right. So the thing with Giannis is that he was sort of like feeding people trade rumors and stuff. Like, will he get traded? Won't he get traded? And they had over $23 million of action on that.
That's fucked.
I mean,
Is
Adam
that worse
Silver's got
than
to
what
do some
Scary Terry
shit,
was doing?
man. Because
There's
between this,
apparently
the Clippers, the Kawhi deal. I mean, the
You
gambling's
gotta
getting
watch it.
so bad.
I've heard
They
stories
can't-
about like people that do stocks and investing and whatnot, and they use Kyle Shee to like do insider
I
trading.
mean, they can't suspend him because he's too
I can
high
see that. Yeah, yeah,
profile.
sure.
But that's he's towing the line, man. That's like dancing with the devil
No,
there.
people are livid about this shit because
Yeah,
now
they
it's
should be.
like if the players are in on this shit, then the fans don't have any control. Then the house
I
always
know.
wins, you know?
That's crazy. I
Yeah.
mean, that's just as worse as Scary Terry fucking up his first half stats, for
Yeah.
some gamblers or whatever.
Oh yeah. No, it's bad. Also, yeah, I forgot to mention Cliff Kingsbury is joining the Rams.
I
So
think that's a good
So he's
move.
leaving the Commanders.
yeah, they just tanked this season anyway.
He
Interesting.
had been. I thought he had been gone from the Commanders, and then
No,
he
he
just
was
found
the
the
last
landing
2 years.
spot.
Last year, everybody loved him again.
Yeah, yeah. So this year, since Jake Daniels was hurt a lot, they just couldn't get anything
Yeah.
going. So that's why you kind of forgot about him.
And that can
Stafford
happen to
was
the
the
Patriots
MVP
next
this
year.
season too, by the way.
What happened to the Commanders this year could definitely happen to the Patriots.
Yeah, I mean, you don't know. I have a little more faith in Vrabel and at least keeping a
Sure,
good
to keep it
defense, which
together.
should keep you
Just
in the
say that
game.
having a solid defense is a good base.
It's always great
Yes.
because then you just gotta, and when Drake
They'll
May
be
could just let
fine.
the game come to him, not
They
try to
will definitely
force.
be fine.
If Drake May just didn't even force a couple of those things, they still would have been within a score.
Yeah.
That's how good their defense was. Um, and guys, we have the Winter Olympics going on right now.
Yeah, I will watch a little hockey, but that's about it.
Maddie,
Oh,
you
I've
should
been
be
watching a little
thrilled.
figure
I
skating.
remember or at least however long ago, you were enraged. You wouldn't speak to anybody. You were so upset about Simone Biles opting out because she had the twisties, and you thought she should be repping
Oh yeah,
America,
very
like
soft.
Rocky
I remember that.
Balboa and Rocky Four. You were livid. You were tearing up your
Soft.
bedroom, punching
Soft.
walls, and
Yeah.
now you had Lyndsey Vonn, who tore her ACL a couple days ago, was airlifted out, and then she competes for the USA, the Star
He
Spangled
loves this
Banner,
country.
and just fucking eats shit again and gets airlifted out. And I just thought you'd be pretty thrilled with that.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll get into the hockey.
You don't want to see women with muscly butts
No,
whizzing
I
down a
love
hill?
watching. I watch women's hockey too. I think it's very competitive, so I'll
I,
Yeah,
I
answer the
don't
I
know
think the
anything.
hockey.
men's is great though, between what we've been having with Canada the last few
Yeah,
years
we
and
we us and
international
Canada don't
competition.
get along, so I'll really enjoy the hockey, but um, it's only because it's the only winter sport I kind of like in the Winter Olympics. I mean, every
Really,
once in a
you know
while,
what? I think some of them are cool because they're
I
not
like
normal
watching the
sports. Yeah,
snowboarding is cool, and you watch like cool ski jumps. You're like, holy
bobsled.
shit, those people do
I
those
like
flips
curling
and
too.
shit.
USA won a curling medal too.
There
Yes,
you
they did.
go.
Yeah, it was like the first medal.
I saw that guy climb that skyscraper. They should have that should be an Olympic sport,
Then
like
someone
Rock
just
climbing.
dies if they're
skyscraper climbing. I don't
um,
They
know
say,
how that
Maddie,
guy
they say
does
the
that.
skyscraper is easier than rocks.
I don't know how the fuck that guy does that.
what
That's like
about
the
Maddie? Did you watch those cute little boys with doing the figure skating competition?
I did not. I didn't know it
Oh, it was
happened.
enchanting.
Yeah.
I'll hand up. I like the figure skating contest a lot.
It's cool. I mean,
It's
it's
fun. It's quick
insane.
as shit.
Well, it's funny because these dudes are like obviously the opposite of like the NFL athletes.
Yeah.
They're very flamboyant and expressive, and
What are you trying
but
to say by that?
I'm just saying their demeanor is a little different. You know
Are
what
they
I'm
like when
saying?
Stuttering John says about Carl Heberger? He's a just do it.
Oh boy,
Yeah.
that's very problematic accent right
Just
there.
do it.
Very problematic. But no, but then these guys are doing backflips and spinning 100 miles an hour, and just it's
That's my
cool.
favorite thing to say, by the way. Just do it.
I don't know anything about slalom skiing, but I feel like you should have an ACL to do
I mean, bobsledding is cool.
No,
You know what's
no
wild is
ACL
like
required.
I was watching the great documentary on Netflix about the Miracle on Ice team. You can't have enough documentaries, all new footage. The Lake Placid Olympics, they set up the figures, not the figure skating, the speed skating in the front yard of a high school. That's how small the town of Lake Placid was. It was literally in front of the high school.
That's amazing.
You'll never see that ever again.
That's funny. My town has one of the only luges in the country where I'm from.
My neighbor loves the Olympics. He's like, you should watch it. It's good stuff. I'm like, yeah, I'll pass.
I think it's cool. Like I'm unemployed right now, so maybe I will watch a lot more
If you have
Olympics. I
Peacock, it's
love the
probably on all
Olympics.
the
Yeah.
time.
Olympics
This
is
is
Plus,
sick.
fun.
if you can't sleep, I'm sure there's stuff on at like 4 in the morning or something.
Oh yeah. No, it's cool. It's fun to watch. You just got to stay
Yeah,
away from ESPN because it's like they'll report it 8 hours.
they give the
It's like
spoilers. Yeah.
we're like 8 hours behind. It's
Well,
Italy.
when the football season's over, you won't see Dan Orlovsky for a few months.
Oh, thank Christ. That's the best bet. Hey, did you guys see this thing with Mr. Beast talking about basically buying a championship for Eastern
Yeah,
Carolina?
you talked about putting $100 million in.
I love
Oh
it.
yeah.
Everybody thinks because Indiana won, they're like, "Oh, my shitty college can win." Not gonna happen.
Well,
You better get Kirk Signetti there.
$100 million could buy you the best roster. People are just out for money.
Sure.
It is wild.
Yeah.
It is.
A&M
It
tried
is
that a few years ago. I mean, because they were way ahead of that shit.
I mean,
It
Texas
failed
Tech has the
miserably.
most money, and we'll see if they can figure it out.
I don't think Texas Tech's putting like $100 million into their program. Like,
Oh, they got that one billionaire that's dumping all
Dude,
the
I saw the
cash in.
I don't think it's
facilities.
$100 million
Their
though. I think like
facilities. There's a
I
YouTube
was
video of
reading
their
something that like
facilities.
LSU's whole roster is like 35 million.
Right,
So, like,
that's a
I
year.
think
So
that's
you got. I don't know if he's going to do 100 million just like 1 year. Like here, this is what I'm giving you 1 year of this.
Can you imagine?
Yeah. All you have to do is go. Hey, anybody who wants to go in the portal this year? Let's talk.
I got pissed.
And I wonder, like, with all this stuff in college basketball and the guys who have like played in the NBA and practice league guys, what if you can get guys off of the practice squad in the NFL?
Oh God, yeah,
Because
you're right. I
like
think
you
I
can
did
pay
see somebody
more.
else talking about that. Yeah, God.
You can get paid more in college than you can on being on the practice squad.
Here's the problem though is that the practice squad guys probably did use up all their eligibility.
Yeah, but who knows anymore with these guys getting 7 years? Like Joey
Yeah.
Aguilar in Tennessee is suing to get extra years and not count any of his JUCO time.
Well, I just saw like today the guy that's controversial for Alabama, he had a temporary restraining order to allow him
That's
to
what
play,
they're
and
all
then
doing.
now a judge just denied it. So there's no rules, and I don't like that courts are deciding this and not the
Yeah.
league themselves. That's a little asinine. But since it's labor now, it's a whole different fucking
I'll
thing.
tell you this: if you did end up like sneaking some practice guys off there, the NFL is going to come after you then.
Right. Oh, what a trip. What a time to be a
I kind of hope he does it. I hope he does it and just makes like a whole YouTube thing out of it.
So Maddie, you remember Yaziel Puig
Yeah, you got in trouble, I heard.
going to prison for gambling? This is every
He had
week I
so
can do a
much
story
promise,
like
man.
this.
He
There
had
have been
so
weeks where I
much
have
promise.
not commented on these things when I have basically as a gambling story every week like this.
You know, Puig had so much. He was the darling of the city for like a minute, and he was a young guy, and everybody loved him. They loved his story, and there'll be a documentary about him because
There has
he's
to be.
he's a tragic, just he was a broken person too, so we got to give him that. Like he came from nothing, and we don't know like how bad his childhood was, but he was the darling of the city like maybe 14, 13 years ago. He owned this city. He was the most
Yeah.
popular athlete, and
It was a
it's
time to
gone
be in
all
LA. My
downhill.
God, that was cool. And well, in the statements, because they're trying to make an appeal, and his lawyer's saying, well, he had pled guilty because he didn't understand anything. He only has a third grade education, uh, which is
That's
like
a great defense.
right. And they were
Yeah,
basically saying, and he was depressed too, or some other mental
you got
illness
to do
thing.
what you got to do.
Got to lump that in there too. But fucking A. Jim, I don't know if were you in LA at that time? This probably would have been like 13, 14 or so, 15
Yeah,
maybe.
I got there
2013.
like summer of 14.
That's
So
when you
like
got
right
to. So yeah, I think when he debuted, he like just started hitting the shit out of the ball, and everybody's like, "Oh my God!" I mean, he was homering in like his
And
first
he was
7
young.
games
He
or
was
something.
21, 22.
Yeah, just nuts. And then he cooled down a little bit, and then had a good season the following season too. Just exciting, charismatic guy, and
He was like a young Manny Ramirez, and just it all fell apart.
yeah, really sucks. Hopefully he can get his shit together. You guys got anything else you want to talk about before we
No,
cut
that's
out?
about it. Just take another 24 and no more lending money.
You guys want to watch anything for because now we have no football.
Well, let's text about it because I don't have anything in.
All right, well, we'll get your thinking caps on. And if
It's
anybody
about the
would ever like to
time.
reach out to us and recommend anything they would like to see us cover on here, we'd
Oh
love to
yeah.
hear from you.
And
Just
enjoy
tweet
the
at us or whatever else.
DM, Instagram, Twitter, whatever.
Yeah, all the fun shit.
PayPal, Rumble Rants,
R- I used to post
Venmo,
up on Rumble.
Super Chats.
Shit.
Yeah, you should
Never.
post our stuff on Rumble.
I did. Well, I was trying every avenue. I don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
I'll try it
Oh, I've done it
again.
too.
Eh.
And
All
it'll be,
right.
but the thumbnail will be like, the Democrats don't want you to know what's in the Bible. And then it'll just be our
Are
show.
these
Yeah,
guys
like
these guys like Bad Bunny?
Kid
I
Rock
thought you would
They
fucking the
hate
do.
Kid
Bible.
Rock.
I thought you would do like Sam Darnold holding the Super Bowl trophy, but his face is Charlie Kirk.
Yeah.
Oh God, his neck is Charlie Kirk.
I didn't say that.
Who said that?
I didn't
I
say
would
it.
have said
Did
that.
somebody come in here and say shit
I'm
like
not gonna
that?
throw
That's
anybody
terrible,
under the bus, but I didn't say that.
Maddie. Well, I hope you go home and pray on this tonight, Maddie. All right.
I have a meeting at 10
Or
o'clock
Drake
tonight.
May. It's Drake
Well,
May throwing an interception, but his face is stuttering John.
yes.
Oh, he's been on fire, by the way. Oh, you want to know something about him?
Yes, please, Devilverse
So his
recap.
big bet was Sam Darnold over 5.5 rushing yards. I kid you not what happened. So everybody's like, I'm fading you, you drunk loser. So Sam Darnold rushed. He had a scramble for 11 yards. At the end of the game, when he kneeled, they sometimes just run back because they just want to kill time. He ran back 6 yards. So he lost -6, so he got the 5 yards. So he lost the bet.
Wow. Oh, poor guy.
That's who Stuttering John is.
Maybe
Loved it. Amazing. Amazing. But he says he bets 5 large, and he shows he bets $5. 5 large is $5. I swear to God.
How could you just live your life like that? My God.
Oh, he's been on fire. He was doing bear math tonight. I was watching it before this, and he was like, if I have 3 12-ounce beers, how many of this did I have, you dumb fucking? 2 dissipate in your system. It's like everything they tell you, like when you're an addict, of like, if you're making excuses, if you're saying this, then you're an addict.
Yeah, they all don't they talk about counting your beers and stuff too? Like
Exactly. But he does this beer math where he goes, if 1 beer dissipates in your system every hour. And so he's like, if I had 2 beers, no, if I had 4 beers in 2 hours and 2 dissipate in your system, how many beers have I had? 2, you dumb fuck.
wow.
You always have to tell them they're a dumb fuck too.
Well, he's got to remind them.
Yes.
Gotta let him know.
All right. All right. Well, that's it for NFL football. And that's up for us for this week. So, when the sports start slowing down, not that it's necessarily slowing down. We're heading towards March Madness, but that's when the hole opens up.
Yes.
All right. So, thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next week for another exciting edition of the Sports Hole.